Yes. Good day for a run.
This is a battle, a war, and the casualties could be your hearts and souls.
Eli's. We stop and get coffee?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, all right, hey guys, it's Micah.
And I'm Bruce.
So we are super excited. This week we're gonna go 100%, but in a little bit different direction.
So we are going to attempt to take, I guess like a spiritual discipline or something that we can just discipline ourselves in and just go after it like super hard, but do it like intentionally.
Yeah.
And just see what God has for us.
I would say 2 words that describe us this week is fierce intention. Let's be honest, I'm killing these shorts right now. This was the first day of waking up, committing to wake up a half hour earlier. It was actually a lot harder than I thought it would be.
To be honest, my prayer life wasn't a whole lot different from the normality of it, like how it usually is.
Bruce had left up a web page with some verses about being a sluggard on my computer from when we were filming last night, and the verse, just as a door turns on its hinges, so there's a sluggard turn in his bed, was up, and it was kind of cool because it reminded me that, you know, this is a very small discipline this week, but there is kind of a battle going on in this.
Tuesday night was the men's arsenal at Harvest, and the theme was the battle belongs to God. The whole time I was trying to like put my finger on what my battle is, and yeah, like my job search is significant. You know, wanting a relationship is significant. Wanting to move out of my parents' guest room is significant, but like I don't think like there wasn't definitiveness to it. There wasn't that sense of like, this is my battle.
Let the king of my heart be the mountain where I run.
I was committing to waking up a half hour earlier every day, and what I realized was it was very possible for me to wake up and do that, but not have any intention about living. And I saw
spending that time well.
Yeah, spending that time well. There were so many times I found myself wanting to not be intentional and wanting to look for entertainment that just kind of took, you know, just took me out of the battle. The battle started to become not could I get up a half hour earlier, but could I actually live with intention? And the fact is, at the end of last week, I'd have to say no.
Midway through the week, I got distracted, and when those moments get tough and it's hard to go before the Lord in prayer, just, I don't know if it's necessarily, it might even be a pride thing, but it's kind of just like that feeling of overwhelming, like I don't deserve to talk to you right now.
So David was a man after God's own heart, but as we know, he lusted after Bathsheba and committed adultery and then murdered. Even in all that junk, which, I mean, I'll be honest, like some days my junk can be pretty comparable to that, he still found himself pursuing the Lord. And so Micah just said like the simple phrase, like, I'm just going to pray that we can have a heart like David's this week. That, you know, that kind of broke me.
You're never gonna let me down. You're never gonna let me down. You're never gonna let me down.
This wasn't at the beginning of the week. Last night, Bruce and I, it wasn't creating a list of do's and don'ts. It was asking ourselves, how can I be intentional about going after God's heart and staying in the moment, in the battle, when there are normally times I just want to check out. The way it manifests and how we each choose to go after things might be more different. I think for me, I want to be even more intentional about staying off media that doesn't increase my passion for life. And that's a really blanket statement, but you know, there are some hilarious videos on YouTube. This one probably isn't one of them. We got some other videos that are kind of funny, I think, but is that really how I want to commit to use 5 minutes of my morning?
Yeah.
Just almost checking out of the battle some days before I ever even put my heart in it.
Yeah. Here's this guy who's, I mean, on some days, you know, my junk is probably comparable to his. But at the same time, like,
you know, David messed up in every possible way, but every time he was the first person to run back to God.
And that's I think that's the other like hugely important thing, is to just like run back to him, like just like the prodigal son and his father, just like run back into the arms of our Father. And
but what my heart wants, the real rest my heart wants from the battle is encountering God, and this is the person I'm trying to become. And today was a small step in that, of just intentionally saying, this is what I'm going after, this is what I'm going to make time for, this is what I'm going to prioritize. That was huge.
But you made the comment that like what we're doing now is just like this little tiny skirmish of a much bigger battle that's being fought here. And I mean, that's so spot on.